Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you 10 of the most, you could call them the silliest, stupidest, most ridiculous reasons why my learners, in the 16 years I've been teaching, have failed the driving test. So I've experienced all of these, and we're going to get straight into it. I think the top 3 will shock some of you. And just before I move off, if you guys could do me a big favour and please subscribe, helps me out a lot. Right, let's get started. So this first one at number 10, it actually sounds silly, but it's not that bad a fault. Well, it is a bad fault and it shouldn't be doing it, but I understand why it happens. So here's a stop sign, be turning left. So this is what many learners do, and this has happened with a few of my learners actually. Get to the end, they look well and they don't stop and they just continue. So not stopping at a stop sign. Remember, you must fully stop at a stop sign. So I always advise my learners to use the parking brake, but you don't have to, but make sure you do stop the car. And guys, with each of these faults, I will try where possible to demonstrate every single one. At number 9, we have a fault, again, which I class as silly because the learner never did this on his lesson. So examiner asked him to turn left at the end of the road, and every T-junction he'd get to at the end of the road, he'd approach it good, and then he'd stop at every single one and use the parking brake. You're not supposed to use the parking brake every time, only if there's traffic or if you're on a steep hill, And I'll tell you the reason. So, at the end of the test, when I asked the learner, what was the reason for you doing that? Because he'd never done that on his lessons ever. And guess what his answer was? He goes, before I came on my test, my dad told me at every T-junction, make sure you use the parking brake. So he just lifted the handbrake up every time. So thanks to his dad, he failed that one. At number 8, right, this fault, personally, I don't think it was anything too silly or bad on the learner's behalf. The learner was just trying to be nice. Let me show you what happened. So here it is. There's a central reservation in the middle here. Obviously this isn't a crossing, so if someone is waiting there, you should continue driving. But the learner slowed down, stopped, he let someone cross. It was actually an old lady, and there was traffic behind, and the examiner said, sorry, you held up the traffic behind, you shouldn't have stopped, it wasn't a crossing. And he failed his test for that. Number 7, I'm about to demonstrate now. Can you guys see what's happened? What the mistake is? So the learner actually did this on the test, where he didn't realise the parked cars were parked up. He thought this was traffic. So what he did was he just stopped behind the cars and he just waited there until the examiner had to tell him to move off. So we could laugh about it after he passed his second test, but I would say this is a bit of a silly reason to fail your driving test. Just make sure you look at the position of the car. So if it's close to the pavement like it is now, it's definitely parked up. Fault number 6. So the examiners asked the learner to park up at a safe place. So the learner's done the mirrors, signal, and starts positioning to the left. And then, when parking up, the learner does this. Parks on the pavement. And again, something that the learner had never done on their lessons. And when I asked them why they did that, they said because the other cars had done the same, so they just copied what the other car had done.
A quick break here guys. For those of you that are learning to drive, make sure to download the Ultimate Driving Course app. It's basically like having me as your instructor. There's a video covering every single topic required to pass the driving test. Just watch the relevant video before each lesson and enter the car with the correct knowledge. No more wasting valuable lesson time parked up. On average, it'll save around 15 to 20 minutes per lesson, helping you learn quicker and save money on driving lessons. It's available to download on both Android and iOS.
Fault number 5 happened at the test centre. So the learners walked to the car with the examiner, done the tell me questions, and the examiners asked him to move off when he's ready to do so. So the learners moved off out of the bay pretty well with good observations. But then when leaving the test centre, this is what happened. The examiner asked the learner to turn right out of the car park. So the learner's heard the word right, and what he's done is he's moved over onto the right hand side of the road, the wrong side of the road, and exited the test centre on the wrong side. So not the best way to start your driving test with a serious fault. Number 4 is another fault that happened at the test centre. So this was at the beginning of the test. I was sitting in on the back of this test, and the examiner asked the learner before he drove out the test centre car park to do the reverse bay parking manoeuvre. So this is what happened. So the learner drove out the bay towards the left, and then before stopping, what the learner started to do here, he got kind of confused because he used a reference point for this manoeuvre. The reference point for this manoeuvre you're supposed to get when you start reversing, but what he started doing was looking for the reference point as he was going forward, and he was so focused on the reference point. So he was doing this, he was looking to the left at his reference point, trying to line up the bay line with his marker, and he didn't notice the fence in front of him. So as he was doing this, he got closer and closer and closer, and the examiner had to stop him. Obviously there's not a fence there, you can see the pavement, but where the curb is there was a fence there, and he almost hit the fence. Obviously the examiner had to intervene. So that was probably the quickest driving test fail I've ever had with one of my learners. I think most of you will agree that that was a pretty silly way to fail your driving test. And if any of you have got any similar stories, any mistakes that you made during your test or on your lessons, please share in the comment section below. So at number 3, this is a fault that probably annoyed me the most. Yeah, well, not probably, definitely annoyed me the most. So the learner was waiting in traffic like this, and when the lights turned green, I'll show you exactly what happened. So as the learner was about to move off, he rushed off the clutch, so stalled, he rolled back a little bit, but kept control and then moved off. So that was a fault, yeah, but that wasn't the silly part or annoying part. What the learner did a few moments later, it was at this point as well, yeah. So after turning left at these lights, because of that fault, because of what happened there, let me show you what the learner did. So as soon as the learner got around this turn, he parked up here, and after parking up, guess what I told the examiner? He said to the examiner, I don't want to continue with the test anymore because I failed for that mistake down there. And the examiner was like, are you sure you don't want to continue? Yeah, the examiner told me, the examiner did advise him to continue with the test. But the learner said no. The learner was upset because he thought he had failed for that mistake. And those of you who've been watching the channel, who are regular viewers, know that kind of fault, as long as you keep good control, is just a minor fault. So the learner hadn't even failed, but decided not to continue with the test, and yeah, obviously failed for that then. So please don't think that you failed unless obviously the examiners grab the steering wheel or press the brake pedals on their side. And even if they have, just continue with the test. You paid for it, and just get the experience, because you will be coming back again. And in that situation, when the learner didn't want to continue with the test, examiner had to walk back to the test centre, and I had to get to my car. Luckily I didn't have to walk because I met another instructor who dropped me off. But yeah, just continue with the test. This fault at number 2 was quite bad. So this happened towards the end of the driving test, and it was actually the final turn at some traffic lights before turning into the test centre. And the rest of the test before this fault happened was really good. The learner had 2 minor faults. Let me show you what happened. The examiner asked the learner to turn left at a traffic light control crossroad. So the learner's doing his mirrors and signal, the light's green, but the learner stops. Obviously I'm not going to fully stop now because there's a car behind me. But the learner stopped at the green light, and the car behind sounded their horn, and yeah, that was it. Failed right at the end. And when I asked the learner what happened, he goes, for some reason he thought the light was red. Yeah, it was a bit of an awkward drive back home. Yeah, fairly quiet. Right, now number one, it's hands down the silliest way I've ever seen anyone fail their driving test. So this wasn't one of my learner drivers. This was, I actually witnessed this happening though, because me and the other instructors, we were all at the test centre. It was an early morning test, and what happens on the test day, for those of you that don't know, at Wolverhampton Test Centre, there be about 6 or 7 learners who start the test at the same time. So my learner and many of the other learners, well, all of the other learners had left the test centre, but this person was still in the car park. Right, let me, I can't really show you, I'm going to explain, and I'll try and demonstrate as much as I can, yeah. So it wasn't a very nice day. It was raining, it was early morning, and obviously in those kind of conditions, the screens are quite misted up here. And that learner's car, the screen was really misted up. She couldn't see anything at all, yeah. And if you're in that situation, what should you do? You can open your windows, and then also obviously press the quick clear buttons to clear the screen and make sure your visibility is good before you move off. But that learner, even though she couldn't see anything, she selected first gear. She looked around, yeah, even though there was no visibility in through the windows because they were misted up. And she just moved the car. As soon as she moved, the examiner stopped her there and then. And yeah, that was it. You obviously can't, you shouldn't move off if you can't see anything. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to agree that was a really silly way to fail the driving test. And guys, like always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.